Have you ever caught yourself acting in a way that seemed logical at the time, only to later realize you were sabotaging your own happiness? It's incredible how often we think we're doing the right thing in relationships, only to find out we're compromising our purpose, self-control, and, most importantly, our self-respect. The truth is, for many intelligent men, the biggest mistakes with women aren't the obvious ones. They're the ones no one teaches you how to avoid. But what if you could sidestep these pitfalls? What if there were a roadmap grounded in Stoic principles to help you build healthier relationships that honor your boundaries and your essence? This video will reveal the 9 things truly wise men never do when it comes to women. And the best part, each of these insights has the power to transform not only your love life, but also the way you see yourself. Get ready, because what you're about to discover might challenge everything you thought you knew about relationships. Some of these truths may even feel counterintuitive, but it's precisely those ideas that can free you from old patterns and guide you toward a life filled with more consistency, purpose, and maturity. Sometimes sharing too many details about your past may feel like a way to foster connection, but in reality, it can create vulnerabilities that compromise your self-control and how others perceive you. Stoicism teaches us that a touch of mystery and moderation is far more effective in building respect. Imagine a leader revealing all their vulnerabilities without restraint. It could weaken their authority, even if their intent was to build empathy. Before sharing a story, ask yourself, does this information serve my purpose, or does it dilute my message? When choosing to share a personal experience, it's essential to consider its future implications. For example, let's say you reveal a professional failure to a colleague intending to inspire them. If they don't share your values of respect and maturity, they might use this information to undermine your credibility. Therefore, curate stories that highlight your resilience rather than merely your struggles. Being reserved doesn't mean being cold or closed off. Think of an author narrating their personal journey to illustrate triumph over adversity. They don't need to detail every hardship. Communicating the core lesson is enough. This approach sets healthy boundaries while preserving the essence of the lesson. Let's be honest. The habit of venting without filters can become an emotional trap. Imagine the toll of repeatedly revisiting painful memories just to explain your present behaviors. Establishing limits on what you share is an act of self-control that safeguards your inner peace. Practice the art of listening more than speaking. If the conversation turns to past experiences, try steering it thoughtfully. Instead of diving into details, you might say, I've had experiences that shaped my perspective on this, but I prefer to focus on what I can do today. This approach protects your purpose without coming across as evasive. Remember, the balance between what you choose to reveal and what you keep to yourself builds an aura of respect and intrigue. This mindset seamlessly leads into the next topic, the importance of embracing solitude, a skill that, when mastered, provides unshakable inner strength. Facing the fear of solitude is a test of maturity that few dare to undertake. Yet within solitude lies a transformative strength. When we are alone, we gain clarity of thought, rediscover our purpose, and establish firm boundaries for meaningful connections. Depending on others to fill internal voids is a recipe for toxic relationships and the erosion of self-respect. Imagine someone jumping from one relationship to another, afraid of the silence that comes with being alone. The result? Repeating destructive patterns. A practical example, dedicate an afternoon to yourself, away from distractions. Read a book like Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, which emphasizes the importance of self-control and resilience. Even brief daily practices like this can reinforce emotional independence. Some believe being alone is synonymous with loneliness, On the contrary, solitude is a conscious and enriching choice. Many great thinkers like Nietzsche deliberately cultivated moments of isolation to access profound creativity and clarity. Had they not embraced this inner journey, their revolutionary ideas might never have emerged. The fear of being alone also reveals much about our insecurities. It's an invitation to ask, why do I feel uncomfortable in my own company? Such introspection uncovers areas where self-control still needs development. From this understanding, the opportunity arises to build a more consistent and self-assured version of yourself. To start, try incorporating small moments of solitude into your life. Take a walk in the park without your phone, or enjoy a meal in silence. Use these moments to reconnect with what truly matters and prioritize your emotional well-being. Small steps like this transform fear into purpose. And here's the fascinating part. Embracing solitude naturally attracts healthier, deeper connections. Independence is magnetic. It compels those around you to respect your space and admire your strength. Speaking of something as valuable as independence, let's explore in the next topic how to protect your time, the most precious currency of all. Few things in life are as irreversible as time. Every second wasted is an opportunity that will never return. That's why learning to value your time is a clear sign of maturity and self-respect. Too often, we let relationships that don't value us drain our attention, energy, and most importantly, our purpose. As Seneca wisely said, it's not that we have little time, but that we waste a lot of it. Have you ever stopped to think about how many hours you've spent on pointless arguments or stagnant relationships? Now imagine applying that same time towards something that moves you closer to your goals, like learning a new skill or advancing your career. For instance, why not trade that draining conversation for 30 minutes of reading? A book like The One Thing by Gary Keller can help you define priorities with clarity and consistency. Time management is also a powerful way to set boundaries. When you say no to something that doesn't add value, you're saying yes to what truly matters. Consider reviewing your routine to identify activities that drain your energy. If you realize certain people are merely taking up space without contributing to your growth, ask yourself, does this relationship respect my purpose? Procrastination is another enemy of time. It's easy to fall into the trap of delaying tasks, but this only amplifies feelings of dissatisfaction. Try techniques like the Pomodoro method, which breaks tasks into focused time blocks. This approach helps you maintain focus while leaving room for enjoyable activities like a hobby or self-care. Of course, valuing your time doesn't mean being obsessively productive. It's crucial to balance work with moments of rest and reflection. Just as a light bulb needs to be turned off to avoid overheating, we also need breaks. Use that time to meditate, exercise, or simply enjoy nature. These pauses are essential for sustaining long-term consistency. By understanding the value of your time, you naturally begin to attract people and opportunities that respect your energy. And in this flow, you'll learn to recognize and celebrate your achievements, a theme we'll explore in the next topic. Underestimating your achievements is like hiding an essential part of who you are. Many people fear coming across as arrogant or intimidating when acknowledging their successes, but humility doesn't mean diminishing yourself. Celebrating your victories, big or small, demonstrates respect for the effort you've invested and reinforces your self-confidence. After all, how can you expect the world to recognize your worth if you don't? Imagine someone who has spent months developing a skill, like learning a new language. When they finally hold a fluent conversation, they brush it off with, "Oh, it's nothing special." Comments like these undermine the effort and consistency it took to achieve that goal. Instead, consider saying, "It was challenging, but I'm proud of my progress. If you'd like, I can share some tips to help you get started." Acknowledging your achievements also inspires others. Think of figures like Nelson Mandela, who never shied away from sharing his struggles and triumphs. Sharing your story with purpose shows that overcoming challenges is possible and highlights your maturity in using your experiences to motivate others. It's not about bragging, it's about building connections. Even if your accomplishments seem small to others, they can have a profound impact on your journey. Organized your routine and became more productive? Congratulations! Started meditating to strengthen your self-control? That's worth celebrating. These actions show that you're committed to becoming a better version of yourself, and that's something no one can take away from you. At the same time, avoid being swayed by the need for external validation. Your successes don't need outside approval to be real. It's the internal pride, the feeling that you're on the right path, that truly matters. This strengthens your sense of purpose and keeps you focused on what's genuinely meaningful. Finally, don't hesitate to share your achievements with people who respect and celebrate your growth. Those are the relationships that truly matter. By building this strong foundation of self-appreciation, you'll be better prepared to protect something vital, your mental health, a topic we'll delve into in the next section. Protecting your mental health is an act of self-love and a hallmark of maturity. Too often we let relationships and situations drain our energy, compromising our inner peace. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control others, we are fully responsible for how we respond. Setting clear boundaries is not selfish, it's self-respect. After all, how can you care for others if your mind is in turmoil? Consider someone who constantly says yes to everything to avoid conflict. It might seem kind, but in practice it's a way of neglecting their own needs. A practical solution? Dedicate a daily moment to yourself through meditation, journaling, or even a walk outdoors. These small breaks restore balance and ensure you stay in control of your emotions. Relationships that harm your mental health must be evaluated honestly. Imagine a friend who constantly criticizes or disregards your boundaries. As painful as it might be, stepping back may be necessary to protect your well-being. A helpful exercise is to list relationships that bring more tension than joy. This allows you to decide where to invest your energy with intention. Self-control plays a crucial role in this process. When we learn to respond calmly to provocations, we strengthen our resilience. Try practicing the Stoic pause. In a stressful moment, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this worth my energy? This simple reflection can prevent impulsive reactions that escalate tension. By caring for your mind, you not only improve your quality of life, but also enhance your connection with those around you. A balanced mind creates space for healthy dialogue and more harmonious relationships. When your mental health is a priority, you naturally attract connections that respect your essence. And as you cultivate this balance, a natural realization emerges, the need to stay true to who you really are. This leads us to the next topic, where we'll explore the power of remaining authentic even in the face of external pressures. Being authentic is an act of courage in a world that often pressures us to conform to others' expectations. Authenticity isn't just about staying true to yourself. It's a commitment to your purpose, even when it means standing apart from popular opinions. When you try to be someone you're not to please others, you lose your essence and attract connections that fail to respect who you truly are. Picture someone who changes their behavior based on the environment or company they're in. Perhaps in a romantic relationship, this person sacrifices their passions or beliefs to fit in. In the short term, it might seem like a way to avoid conflict, but over time, it leads to dissatisfaction and a profound sense of loss. That's why it's important to ask yourself, am I living according to my values or someone else's? Authenticity is also the key to setting clear boundaries. By being honest about your needs and expectations, you build relationships founded on mutual respect. A practical example: communicate openly when something bothers you instead of harboring resentment. Say something like, "I understand your perspective, but I prefer to take this path because it aligns better with who I am." This approach demonstrates maturity and reinforces your self-control. Authentic people are magnetic, not because they're perfect, but because they're consistent. They aren't afraid to show vulnerability because they know that authenticity is more powerful than any facade. Think of public figures like Keanu Reeves, whose humility and genuineness have earned the respect of millions. He doesn't pretend to be someone he's not, and that consistency is deeply admirable. Living authentically also brings a sense of inner peace. You don't have to waste energy trying to fit in or seeking approval. This freedom allows you to focus on what truly matters, pursuing your goals, nurturing your mental health, and strengthening your most important relationships. It's the essence of living with purpose. When you're true to who you are, the right opportunities naturally align with your path. After all, we can only achieve our most ambitious dreams when we have the courage to be ourselves. Speaking of dreams, the next step is understanding how to protect and pursue your goals without compromising your authenticity. Sacrificing your dreams for a relationship is one of the fastest routes to regret. Your goals are an extension of your purpose, and abandoning them can erode your self-respect. A true partner not only understands this, but also enthusiastically supports your ambitions. After all, maturity in a relationship involves balancing individual growth with shared experiences. Picture someone who has always dreamed of starting their own business, but gave up because their partner thought it was too risky. Years later, they may wonder how different life could have been had they found the courage to move forward. A practical approach? Have open and honest conversations with your partner about your aspirations and work together to align both paths. Books like The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey can help foster this harmony. Protecting your goals also requires consistency. Small daily actions can make a significant impact. If your dream is to learn a new skill, like playing an instrument, dedicate at least 15 minutes a day to practice. The key lies in maintaining focus, even when life's distractions threaten to pull you away. A well-structured schedule is a powerful ally in this pursuit. Moreover, pursuing your goals inspires those around you. By committing to your dreams, you demonstrate respect for your individuality and encourage others to do the same. Consider figures like Oprah Winfrey, who overcame countless challenges to build a career that impacts millions. Her determination is a reminder that success comes to those who remain true to themselves. This doesn't mean neglecting relationships. In fact, sharing your ambitions with someone who supports your dreams can deepen your connection. However, remember that a healthy relationship complements your journey. It doesn't compete with it. Autonomy is crucial for both partners to thrive. While pursuing your goals, it's essential to maintain the bonds with those who have stood by you. In the next topic, we'll explore how to nurture essential relationships while staying focused on your aspirations. On the path to success, it's easy to neglect the most important relationships, yet it's precisely these connections that provide strength and balance. Loyal friends and family act as anchors that keep us grounded through life's storms. Maintaining these bonds, however, requires mutual respect, healthy boundaries, and consistency. After all, what's the point of conquering the world if there's no one to celebrate with? Think of someone who becomes so focused on their career that they unintentionally start ignoring calls or skipping meetups with close friends. When they finally look around, they realize these vital connections have weakened. A practical solution: schedule dedicated time for these relationships, just as you would for work commitments. A monthly dinner or even a simple "How are you?" text can make a world of difference. Maintaining essential relationships also demands maturity in handling conflicts. Disagreements are inevitable, but how you resolve them defines the quality of the bond. Open communication is a powerful tool. Instead of avoiding an issue, you might say, "I feel like we've drifted apart, and I'd like to understand how we can reconnect." This approach demonstrates respect and a genuine desire to preserve the relationship. These bonds are also crucial for your emotional health. When facing challenges, having people you trust can help you stay grounded. A Harvard study found that high-quality relationships are one of the most significant factors contributing to a long and happy life. Think of these connections as investments in your well-being. Moreover, nurturing your core relationships sets an example for others. It shows that it's possible to pursue ambitious goals without neglecting those who truly matter. This alignment between what you value and how you act reinforces your authenticity and sense of purpose, two pillars of a fulfilling life. Even with strong bonds, it's crucial to avoid over-reliance on any one person. This brings us to the next topic: how to cultivate independence to build balanced and lasting connections. Excessive dependency in a relationship is not just a burden for the other person, it's a burden for yourself. When you place all your happiness or security in someone else, you risk losing autonomy and respect, which are crucial for a healthy partnership. Key lies in cultivating a rich, fulfilling life outside the relationship while maintaining your individuality and purpose. Picture a couple where one partner can't make decisions without the other's approval. This dynamic quickly becomes stifling. The solution? Invest time in activities that foster independence. For instance, take up a new hobby like learning an instrument or practicing a sport. These pursuits not only enrich your life, but also boost your confidence and self-control. Independence doesn't mean emotional distance. It means ensuring that both partners have space to grow. Consider establishing a routine where you and your partner dedicate time to your individual interests. A practical example: set aside one evening a week for solo activities like catching up with friends or attending an online course. When you're self-reliant, you naturally earn respect and admiration instead of fostering dependency. Think of inspiring figures like Michelle Obama, who balances her own projects while supporting her partner. Relationships where both individuals are complete thrive in the long run. Avoiding dependency also safeguards your mental health. Relying solely on someone else for your happiness is an unfair expectation for any partner. Cultivate small moments of joy with yourself, whether it's enjoying coffee on the porch or reading an inspiring book. This reinforces the truth that you are responsible for your own happiness. When you build this solid foundation of independence, you're prepared to connect authentically and equitably. A healthy relationship consists of two whole individuals, not two halves seeking completion. And with this, we conclude the 9 topics explored, equipping you to build something even more meaningful and empowering. Did you notice how each of these lessons can completely transform the way you approach relationships? By applying these principles, you not only safeguard your mental and emotional health, but also strengthen your identity and build connections that are more respectful and authentic. After all, living with purpose means prioritizing what truly matters: your peace, your boundaries, and your personal growth. Now the big question is, which of these changes will you implement first? Is it time to reassess how much you share about your past? Or maybe it's time to confront the fear of solitude and discover the strength that has always been within you. Think carefully, because your life only changes when you start making different decisions. If this resonated with you, share in the comments which of these topics impacted you the most and how you plan to apply it in your life. Let's exchange ideas and grow together. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. This journey of evolution is just beginning, and I'm counting on you to be part of it.